Howdy everyone. Hello and back to more of Let's Play Blind, Broken Sword 2, The Smoking Mirror. I am of course the Black Shadow, and as we sit down and get ready for a brand new recording session, now we've made our way to Mexico. Before we do, something I hadn't shown off yet, which is we had unlocked for rescuing Nico back in Marseille, is there's a little graphic novel comic thing, which I think this was made for the remaster, although I could be entirely wrong. I want to quickly just show this off here. Just gives you a little bit of a, basically a prologue to the game. Whoops, not that. Just gives you sort of a, a little lead into what has happened and why Nico, has got hold of the damn stone and that sort of thing. So we've got George here, in the hospital. That's his father, shortly before he's going to pass away, sadly. Chatting with Andre. One thing I will admit, as I'm not going to be doing any voice of this, I'll just kind of click through. I have been watching through my old series of Broken Sword 1. I thought it'd be nice to be able to do that in order to kind of work out what's, a bit more familiarity, kind of pick up some more of the references here and there. And it's fascinating, the whole George and Andre thing, doesn't that, they aren't at each other's throats immediately. It's kind of something, obviously, that starts growing gradually once the pair of them, Andre, sort of meets Nico more properly and all sort of thing. Nico discovered a drugs operation being run in the suburbs of Paris by a gangster called Karzak. He's bringing stuff in through a bogus import company specializing in objects d'art. Busting the operation would make a great story for my newspaper. Yeah. This is what Nico was talking about. She was, basically investigating a drug smuggling ring, using objects and sort of hiding in various bits and pieces and such. That was the idea. So, of course, the question is, how did she turn up with the stone? I have read through this before. Some of this is, kind of ridiculous, but it's what the hell? Just playing it totally cool, totally solid. His new logistics coordinator. Yes, that'll do. Need to see the merchandise. Had reports of a double cross by the Colombians. Doesn't want to risk coming here in person. Yeah, obviously they're pretty sus, but they're lackeys and goons. So of course they're not going to quite pick this up. Take the packages from the boss to check. Yeah, just completely playing them. So back outside, she's looking to take the car out so that she can run and get the hell out of there and not be chased. At least that was the plan. Until Karzak turns up, and it's kind of awkward. Yeah, boss, that was quick. I only just gave the package to you and logistics coordinator. So, what? What the hell are you talking about? He shot the guy. Yeah. Talk about expendable assets. Damn. Yeah, better get back or you'll be next. So, yeah, of course, they're taking shots at Nico. She looks to get the hell out of Dodge here. Thankfully, he hadn't locked his car, so she gets in that instead. And it gets taken out. So, the package that I got didn't feel right. Let's put some distance between it. You can't open. I can never speak. And it was more than just drug smuggling. But then dumped the car, just wanted a bath and a glass of wine. Oh boy. Business gave reports of gunfire and explosion in the industrial area of southern Paris. But I was out of luck. Andre just chilling in the apartment, Sigh. And of course, this is how she gets hold of the Mind Stone. Which she gives to Andre eventually as safekeeping. She goes to Ms. Oubier about it, but she's a little bit suspect and just isn't 100% sure about things, which is why she gives it to him to keep hold of. Yeah, and keep it safe. Oh boy. Oh dear. No, I mean, you really shouldn't have. Am I meant to feel sorry for Andre? I think I'm meant to. Did anyone phone while I was out? No. No one phoned. Okay, I no longer feel sorry for Andre. Not at all. What a douche. Alright, shall we continue our game, everyone? I believe we should. Alright then, so here we are, back at Quaramonte City, and inside the market. So we did plenty in the last video, just tons and tons and tons of talking, basically. Found out lots of strange things. The townsfolk are absolutely petrified of this this statue here.
It was the flint statue of Tezcatlipoca I'd found in Marseille.
We've also found out that we've got the band here, who are, their friend's been chucked in jail. We read into the Hendersons, Paul and Dwayne, loads of stuff going on. Oubier was in the police station, although he didn't recognize us. Lots of strange stuff going on. So, as we suggest that I would do, next thing we're going to be doing is heading into Quaramonte Mine Company. We're going to go into the offices and have a chat with them. Maybe find out some more information about this this mine collapse that we've heard about.
Hey, Nico!
Still have no idea what she's wearing, by the way, but whatever. Howdy, miss. Guy on the left there. Having a little glance.
Hola, señora.
Hi. We were wondering...
I was talking to the lady, Chico.
Ouch.
Hi, my name is Nicole Collard.
Concha Garcia. How can I help you, sister?
The corporation I represent is considering a major investment in Quaramonte. Your advice, as the head of an obviously successful concern, is precisely what I'm after. My assistant, Mr. Stobart, has a few questions he'd like to ask you.
I guess this is today's cover story. Well, where do we want to start, folks, I guess? And what dare I do and do not want to ask about?
Do you recognize the icon on this label?
Kondor Transglobal.
Did the company operate here in Quaramonte?
Yes, they ran an old container ship, the Mayan Princess.
Cute. Mayan princess, eh?
Do you know who owned Kondor Transglobal?
I have no idea.
You don't know? Interesting.
Can you tell me about the accident at the mine?
Accident? It was sabotage. Somebody wanted my mine closed down for good.
Ah.
Do you have any evidence that the mine was sabotaged?
Not yet, but I'll get to the bottom of it. There'd been trouble at that mine for several months. The workforce was getting smaller every day. Someone had started a rumor among the men that the mine was cursed. Now the entire operation has been closed down.
Sorry about that, folks. That was a pretty poorly timed phone call. Right.
Where's the site of the mine?
Several days upriver at a remote area known as Teoculcan.
I suspect we're going to be going and paying a visit before all is said and done.
Do you know Professor Oubier?
Yes. I understand he is about to embark on an archaeological expedition. He hired some equipment from me earlier today.
I overheard him talking to the general. I think they're working together.
What? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have hired out the equipment. Now, why would the general be interested in an archaeologist?
It's a, it is a strange situation, but maybe it has something to do with this.
Have you heard about the forthcoming eclipse?
I don't take much interest in things like that. One of the boys might know about it.
Alright then, I'll give him a quiz later.
Can you tell me anything about this statue?
It is Tezcatlipoca, the god of death and pestilence. That fetish would be considered by many to be a bad omen.
Tell me about it. You know, like, I understand Nico suggesting maybe we should be showing this stone to every single, you know, Tom, Dick, and Harry under the sun, but I reckon we could probably show it to her.
Does this stone mean anything to you?
I think it is a spirit stone carved by a Mayan priest, no? I don't know which of their many gods it represents.
Spirit stone, eh? Now for the fun stuff.
You see this? It's my lucky piece of coal.
What's so lucky about it?
I'm not sure yet.
I'm sure we'll find out soon. What
Nice
in...
buns.
Interesting.
Would you like a dog biscuit?
Would you like a smack in the mouth, Chico?
Correct response. Oh god.
Would you be interested in these panties? They look about your size.
Is that your best line, Chico?
I'm serious. They were an unwanted gift.
Put them away before you get overexcited.
Oh dear. Alright then.
It was Conchita, the owner of the mining company. It was a store cupboard.
Potential for all sorts of things maybe around here, but hey. We've got some secretaries here.
A disgustingly handsome man. I couldn't understand why the female owner had surrounded herself with men like this. The guy was working away like an automaton.
Oh no, there seems to be some curious working conditions here.
It was one of Conchita's posse of hunks.
Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to Consolidated Mining. If you are planning to stay in Quaramonte City, may I recommend the Consolidated Mining Experience, an interactive hands-on tour of one of our deepest mines, with talking tour guides available in 3 different languages.
A tour of a mine.
Well, this is a mining company. What else did you expect?
Reasonable point.
Do you know anything about the eclipse that's due soon?
Me? No, senor.
Huh.
Do you know where I could find Senor Karzak?
No, senor.
How come you're not wearing any pants?
I feel more alert without them. Kind of perky.
And your boss doesn't mind?
She suggested it.
Interesting lady, this Conchita. I can try chatting with one of the other secretaries here, but I don't know how far this is going to get me.
Ever hear of a guy called Karzak?
No, sir.
Damn.
Did you know there's an eclipse of the sun in a few weeks' time?
Yeah, Joe told me about it. He's having a party and we're all invited. Me and the boys are dressing up as evil monks.
Yeah? Cool.
I can't tell how serious he's being.
Are you looking forward to the eclipse of the sun?
Not especially. Are you?
I don't know. I've never seen one. All I know about eclipses is that you shouldn't try to view them with the naked eye.
Please. Go away and let me get on with my work.
I mean, that would be the correct thing to do, but...
Ever heard of a guy called Karzak?
Can't you see I'm busy? If I don't finish this stock report, the boss will be mad as hell.
Understandable. Just harass all of her staff here.
Do you know anything about the eclipse?
Yes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I heard it's going to be pretty spectacular.
It's in a few weeks' time, isn't it?
9 days.
Thanks.
We have a date.
Ever heard of a guy called Karzak?
No.
Damn. Well, we tried. Well, regardless, we had some, you know, that was interesting. We learned plenty.
I had nothing else to talk about.
Fair enough, then. I guess she's not just going to let me get into the cupboard here.
It was a store.
Keep out of there.
Damn it. Unsurprising.
That's where the explosives are stored.
What?
I had nothing else to talk about.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
There was nothing else.
Good to know, everyone. Right. Well then, let's get the hell out of here, I suppose. That's where the explosives are kept? That's kind of frightening. Well, that was still, we learned plenty though. So I guess that is good. Right then, so, we might as well start exploring a little bit more around town, I suppose. We've not really gone around very much of the city itself, so let's explore about a little bit more if we can. Hey, it's Oubier. Chatting with Dwayne.
It was that suspect archaeologist Oubier.
What's he doing?
He was a friendly-looking guy.
Well, so chat with a friendly-looking guy.
Hi, I'm George Stobart. What can you tell me about the mining company?
The general closed down one of their mines after the explosion. Lots of folks lost their lives. I was lucky. I only lost my legs.
Jeez.
Do you recognize the design on this label?
Why, sure. That's the Kondor Transglobal Shipping Company logo.
Do they have an office in Quaramonte?
No, but they ship out from here.
That's what I thought.
Hmm.
Did you see the ship with the Kondor flag?
No.
But the dock is just the other side of the square.
Might as well be the other side of the moon.
Have you heard about the eclipse of the sun?
Sure, I'm having a party to celebrate it. Drop by.
Ah.
Sure. Plenty of food, plenty of wine, and everyone's invited, except the general.
Good decision.
Why don't you want the general at your party?
Because if he comes, he'll bring those damned music albums from the 70s.
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
That's obsidian. It's a volcanic rock which has cooled so fast that...
Yeah. Look, I'm not interested in geology.
You're not. I suppose you want to know about the carved picture on it.
Preferably.
right.
Then the guy you should talk to is the professor. He's over there, talking to the bozo in the truck.
Like, I want to ask Oubier about it, but I'm kind of unsure what kind of response we're going to get.
Do you know what this statue represents?
Should do. I used to carve things like that to sell to tourists. But it scared people around here, so I stopped.
I see.
What do you think of these panties?
Awesome. You wear them?
No. Someone sent them to my girlfriend.
Thoughtful.
Cheers. Well, I suppose let's try and have a chat with Oubier, I guess. I don't know how this is going to go. I mean, he doesn't know who we are, so maybe that's good. We get in
Professor
position.
Oubier?
Yes? Who are you?
My name is Stobart. George Stobart.
So you can tell that this is one of the reworked lines, and that was one that never got redone, so alas.
What are you doing in Quaramonte, Professor?
Seeking Mayan artifacts. Central American history has been my life's work.
I see.
Do you see this label?
Yes. It refers to a company named Kondor. What of it?
I traced that company here to Quaramonte. Do you know where I can find the offices of Kondor Transglobal?
The company no longer exists. They went bankrupt recently.
Oh?
I have proof that you are directly involved with Kondor.
I used them as shippers to transport artifacts to a gallery in Paris. Beyond that, I have no connection with the company, which, as I said, no longer exists.
Interesting. Interesting.
Tell me about your wife, Professor.
Please, I don't want to talk about her.
Let's not do that.
Maybe you don't, but I do. Why was she known as the Little Dachshund?
It was just a silly pet name I used to call her. Somehow some damned reporter found out.
I don't want to stand here and start accusing this man of killing his own wife with absolutely no shred of proof or details. I've been playing L.A. Noire recently. This has generally gone very poorly.
Do you know anything about this eclipse, Professor?
Of course. It's not the reason I'm here in Quaramonte, but I'm looking forward to seeing it all the same.
Yeah, happy coincidence.
What's your interest in the eclipse, Professor?
Oh, it's purely a layman's curiosity. History is my subject, not astronomy. But I've been fascinated by the movements of the heavenly bodies since I was a child. I wouldn't miss a total eclipse for the world.
I'm sure.
Does the eclipse have some special significance for you?
From me? No. For the ancient Mayans, it marked the end of the Fifth Age.
Perhaps we should be celebrating.
Ah, no. The end of each age heralds destruction on a global scale. The fifth is the final age, ending in the total destruction of the Earth.
So I'm guessing when there was meant to be all this fuss, like, several years ago now, when, like, the whole Mayan calendar ran out stuff, I'm guessing this is what they're referring to. Interesting.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Yes, I know him. In fact, if it wasn't for Kazak, I wouldn't be here.
What?
He's financing my expedition.
Ah, interesting.
Have you ever employed a Central American butler or servant?
I've never employed any kind of servant, monsieur.
So the goons in his apartments... Nothing to do with him, apparently.
What do you know about my girlfriend's abduction?
I don't know what you're talking about.
She was invited to your mansion in Paris.
Not by me, she wasn't. I haven't been home for nearly 7 months.
We have an impersonator.
Can you tell me anything about this
This is
stone?
risky.
Where did you get that?
That's my business.
How much do you want for it?
It's not for sale.
Interesting. You wanted to buy it? Huh.
Can you identify this statue, Professor?
Oh, yes. Tezcatlipoca, the Lord of Darkness.
A Central American god, right?
A supreme deity. Tezcatlipoca means, literally, smoking mirror.
Huh.
You see the mirror shield in his left hand? The Mayans believed he could look into the mirror and see into the hearts of men. He was the wind which came howling in the night in search of victims, and victims they gave him by the thousand.
Human sacrifices?
Men, women, children, animals, anything that bled. The steps of his temple ran red with the blood of sacrifices. The Mayans have a legend that says he'll return one day. I hope I'm not around to see it.
Foreboding and concerning in equal measures.
Would you like a biscuit?
No, thank you.
You should, they're good.
Damn.
I can't get enough of these things.
Dear. Should be interesting.
Take a look at this, Professor. What have you got to say about that?
Where did you get this?
Never mind that. How do you explain these withdrawals?
I left my financial affairs in the hands of my secretary.
Including the withdrawal of funds in cash from your personal account?
I trust Gwyneth implicitly.
And why Marseille? Why the very place my girlfriend was taken?
That's obvious, Stobart. We are both the victims of the same devious plot.
What plot?
I have no idea.
Interesting. Well, we've learnt plenty. Oubier, well, he's feigning ignorance. Interesting.
Mr. Henderson had a
Can we chat with Dwayne right now? We can.
Do you think the general was involved with Kondor?
Hell no. And if he's a general, I'm a Buddhist. No, that fella's just a mouthpiece.
Oh,
for the
we've had this
real
conversation,
power in
Fink.
Quaramonte.
So the general is nothing but a puppet?
He's like Pinocchio before he met the Blue Rinse Fairy. Strictly strings and wood.
Who's pulling the strings?
His mother. Better known as La Presidenta, the dictator.
Have we had this conversation before? I'm actually unsure. Alright, well, we're learning plenty, everyone, and this is all good. Right then, so what we need to try and do is we need to start working out what exactly we want to do here. Now, it's pretty obvious that we need to try and somehow bust this guy out of jail. This is fairly...
There was a forlorn-looking guy asleep on the... It was Miguel.
No! No! The prompt got rid of the music.
Hey, Nico!
Damn it. That sucks. Let's head on inside then, I suppose. So we need to find a way to try and outwit these dudes. This could prove difficult, but regardless. Let's have a chat with the general again, I guess.
Do you have a map of Quaramonte?
A map? I'm sorry, senor, but I don't.
What about the one on the wall?
Ah, that is an archaeological survey map, senor. Not suitable for tourists.
I'll be back. I had nothing else I wanted to ask him.
Well, damn. And he won't let us touch any of this stuff, understandably so. Okay, then, let's get the hell out of here, and let's kind of, let's do some recapping here, and trying to work out what we want to do then. Because things are kind of open-ended here. It also doesn't help that I've not played the game for, like, you know, like a week. Doesn't particularly help here. Anything to chat with her about?
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
No, there isn't. Okay, then. So we need to start trying to work out what we want to do here, then, everyone.
I hear you drove all the...
That's right. You would.
I'm
makes me
pretty sure
downright
we've heard this one
sad
as
to
well.
think there's still some places you can't reach in an automobile. In this day and age, you'd think there'd be decent highways just about anywhere folk choose to go.
Did you know that the truck was full of explosives?
Whatever gave you that idea, as if I couldn't guess?
Your husband. He was exaggerating, wasn't he?
Sometimes I wonder how I'm gonna cope with Dwayne's over-fertile imagination.
Listen to Henderson's back in Syria. Good times.
Have you met the guy who calls himself the General?
No, I haven't. Is he a real general?
I guess so. He wears a lot of medals on his chest. The wrong side of his chest. At least for any army I'd ever seen.
Catch you later, Pearl.
Ah. Interesting observation. Interesting observation. Game. I say, what the hell?
Tell me about the General. You know, the guy in charge around here.
We don't want to talk about him, senor.
How come? No one can hear you. Well, only that old goat.
In Quaramonte, we have a saying. Don't tell your old goat what you don't want your wife to know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Huh. How that was important to know.
The mournful look in that goat's eyes was beginning to depress me.
Aww. Maybe we can, I don't know, cheer him up, maybe? Want a biscuit, pal? No, you don't, damn. You want a worm, pal? No. You, I don't know. Want some lipstick? No. You want my coal? Wait, what the?
What was that?
What
it's a lump of lucky coal. Coal? I would have preferred chocolate. Any flavor, so long as it hasn't got marzipan in it. God, I hate marzipan. You can talk. I mean, you're a talking goat. Keep your voice down. This is between you and me, right? Well, I guess so. Now, I mean it. You tell anyone you've spoken to me, and you'll be cursed.
Next time on Let's Play Broken Sword 2, The Smoking Mirror, I reevaluate my life choices. I'll see you there.